You feel this gratitude, but you feel like a bit of guilt also, right? About why did we get to be the ones to be able to come home when so many others couldn't.
It's now been 5 weeks since Russia began its war on Ukraine, destroying cities, killing civilians, and displacing millions.
It's hard to adjust to life in Canada now when our hearts are still in Ukraine, and it needs to end.
Just a few weeks before the war began, Manitoba mother Trish Braun was in Odessa, Ukraine with her 3 Ukrainian children, Daniel, Louis, and Paige. She and her husband Mike adopted them from an orphanage.
It just turned out that the final stages of the second adoption finalized in February of this year. So not super timing, but pretty good timing considering how quickly we got out of the country.
It's the second time they've adopted children from Ukraine, having adopted another 3 siblings from the same orphanage back in 2019. With what is unfolding in that country, she says she is very fortunate to have gotten out of Ukraine with her kids.
Gratitude is hardly big enough of a word, right? I mean, to finalize it legally, to get all the paperwork done and the documents finished and the courts finished and actually come home with the children. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more.
Braun was one of the lucky ones. Many families in Canada who were in the process of adopting Ukrainian children have been put on hold.
We are not accepting any new adoption applications for the Ukrainian program. So any family who wants to adopt from Ukraine right now, that's not an option.
Alicia Buck from Winnipeg-based UAS Eastern European Adoption Inc. says they were in the process of helping 3 Manitoba families adopt children from Ukraine. Buck says it's frustrating.
For the families specifically, it's scary and it's sad and it's very, very hard as well. So there's a lot of emotions right now.
Buck hopes the war ends soon so they can continue adoption proceedings.
It's really hard to say how quickly we'll be able to pick up and continue on with the adoptions that are on halt right now. But it will take however long it takes.
Before the war, Ukraine had over 100,000 children in more than 750 orphanages across the country. That number is surely going to rise. Braun says it's important for people to think about adoption going forward.
Ukraine might be closed right now, but man, the needs are going to be even greater than they were before, if that's even imaginable, once this war ends.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.